Hey everyone, my name's Jason. I'm a community manager at Coffee Stain Studios, and in today's video, Snoot is actually going to show you some stuff. That's right, Snoot's going to do it, not me, okay? But, he's going to show you some cool stuff, some stuff that you might have missed from the patch notes video. If you haven't seen it, it's up here in the cards. You might have missed from the patch notes video, or I think there's a couple things that might not have even been in the patch notes video. And even if you've been playing Update 5, maybe you've missed a couple of these things. So definitely stay tuned for that. If you want to skip my segment, I'm going to be talking about some information about some things that have just been happening. If you want to skip my part, get to the cool stuff, there should be like a timestamp on the timeline somewhere or in the description below. So do skip ahead if you wish, but I'm going to just do a little bit of housekeeping real quick. So the first thing that I want to say is a huge thank you from us at Coffee Stain. Huge thank you for just all the kind words you guys have left us on social media, in the comments for the patch notes video and things like that. Thank you very much to everyone who showed up on the stream. It was a super magical moment. It felt really good. Thank you all for being part of that and making it as special as it was. Thank you very much. A lot of love from the studio to you guys, and even a little bit of love from me. I'm not gonna, not too much, okay? Just a little bit. Okay, maybe a lot of bit, all right? Just whatever, let's not talk about it. Yeah, anyway, so let's just get on with it. What I want to talk about today is that, it hasn't all just been love. Some people have been leaving some bug reports or feedback and some issues and things like that they've been running into with Update 5 on Experimental on the social medias and on our QA site, questions.satisfactorygame.com, the best place to leave your bug reports, feedback, and suggestions for Satisfactory. So we have been paying close attention to that as well, and the team has been busy fixing things. We've already put a couple patches out in the past couple days, and we'll keep up with that to make sure that we can stabilize Update 5 as quickly as possible so that we can try to get it out on early access at some point we anticipate in about a month or so. I just want to single out a few things real quick that people have brought up. So first thing is dedicated servers. So we released dedicated servers, and we said that they will be available for everyone, whether you own the game or not, available for everyone on Steam, and it should be in your Steam library. If you check the tools filter in your library list at the top there's a filter. And it seems that not everyone is getting them there. It's not appearing in the Steam library. And just want to let you know that is a bug, okay? That's something that needs to be fixed up, and we're currently chasing that down and trying to figure out what's going on there. Hey everyone, Future Jace here. Just want to jump in now. There's just been an update on the situation. Still not really sure what's going on there. We're still working with Valve to try to fix things up. However, they have made a change now so that people who do own Satisfactory on Steam should have the dedicated servers in their library now. So check that now. But of course, we're still working with them to try to figure out what's wrong to make sure that it is available to everyone, whether you own the game on Steam or not. But that's the current situation. Just thought I'd throw this in real quick. Okay, back to the video. It is important to note here that I just want to mention again, just to make very clear that these dedicated servers they're out on Steam only at the moment. Just because that's how it just worked out. That's not really like our intention. Our intention is to have them on Epic as well, and also an image on Docker Hub. And we're not there yet, but that's what we're working towards. So please hold up on that. And just another thing to know is that even if you bought the game on Epic, you can still play on dedicated servers from Steam. That's no problem. You don't need to buy the game again on Steam in order to use the dedicated servers. Had some people ask about that. Anyway, hopefully that all gets ironed out soon. We're working pretty hard on that as well to make sure dedicated servers are easy to access for everybody. And also there's a wiki, dedicated server wiki. I'll put a link in the description below. That's a living document that's being updated by community as well. So it's already much better than it was a couple days ago. So do consider checking that out for all the most up-to-date information on dedicated servers. But yeah, there have been other bugs as well. So like a lot of Steam users pointed out that when they were starting the game, they were getting a browser window pop up with the Epic login saying that they needed to log into Epic or create an Epic account or something in order to play Satisfactory or something like that. I just want to make it very clear that was not intentional. That was not the intended outcome at all. That's a bug, right? So we have actually already rolled back some stuff surrounding that to make sure that doesn't happen anymore. Just want to make it really clear that people who are playing on Steam, you do not need an Epic account to play Satisfactory. You do not need to link your Steam and Epic accounts in order to play Satisfactory, online or offline. That's not necessary. And this window pop-up thing was just, it was just a mistake, a bug. It was unintentional, unintended. Sorry about that, but should be better now. A lot of people have also been talking, a lot of reports about it, missing uranium node. If anyone has any information about this missing uranium node, where did it go? I don't know. Okay. Also a bauxite node missing as well, apparently. I hear tales. Yeah, that's also a bug. That's an accident. We didn't intentionally remove any nodes. If there are any nodes that have gone missing, please let us know on the QA site, and we will be adding them back in. And we believe that when we do add them back in, any miners that were on them before should start working again or something like that. Anyway, we did not intentionally remove any nodes. We will do our best to fix that. Some people have also reported that like stackable conveyor poles have hard clearance, and that makes no sense at all. You're right, it doesn't. Actually, I think people are saying floor holes, which is something that we're going to be demonstrating in this video today. They also have hard clearance, which they should have soft clearance. Those are accidents as well. They're bugs. We're going to fix those up too. What I've talked about today is not an exhaustive list of everything that people have reported. We see that there's more, and we are working on a bunch of it. I just want to let you know that we are paying attention. We're looking. We're reading all the posts on the QA site, and we're going to try and stabilize things as quickly as possible. Anyway, boring stuff done. Boring stuff done. Let's get to the cool stuff. Let's hand it over to Snoot. He's going to show you some cool stuff that y'all might have missed from the patch notes video. So take it away, buddy.
Thanks, Jace. Helps a lot. Hey, everyone. My name is Snoot, and I'm also a community manager at Coffee Stain Studios. And yeah, I'm just going to show off some things that we wanted to show off from the patch notes video, but maybe didn't have time for. I'm also going to show off some things that were in the patch notes video, but maybe we didn't have time to fully delve into them in the patch notes video. The patch notes video was a beast of a video by itself. And just like maybe clarify a few things here and there. So let's just dive straight into the editor, shall we? All right. So yeah, I'm playing in the editor version of the game. I'm playing on a test map. You've probably seen this before in one of our earlier videos. I also have cheats enabled. So whoa, look at me, I can fly. Anyway, with that out of the way. So one of the things that we revealed in the patch notes video was that you can now paint vehicles. Dope. We've been wanting that for a long time. In the patch notes video, we mostly showed off you can paint like the regular wheeled vehicles. A lot of people have asked, like, can you paint trains as well? Yes, you can. You can paint all the vehicles in the game. You can even paint the drones if you want to. Another thing that we briefly, very briefly showed off in the patch notes video, and some people probably missed it because it was during the customizer segment with the decal stuff, or the stencils, or whatever they're called, the pattern stuff. There was a shot in that video where we revealed that we're adding floor holes and pipe holes to the game. So if you don't know what that means that you can finally pull like conveyor lifts through foundations. So this is what that looks like. Here's what the floor hole looks like. And it doesn't matter the size of the foundation, the floor hole will adjust to that, but you can only place it through one foundation layer. And this is great for people, you know, that have like factory lines where you have maybe a sandwich layer. So you have like your factory floor and you have your factory buildings that are producing stuff on one layer, and then underneath you can pull all your like conveyor belts and just like pull them through the floor and stuff like that. So it's pretty neat. You just place them on the floor where you want them to come up, then you take the lift and then you hook it into that. So the part of the lift that you want to come out, and the first version I think to pick is the one that it's going to be. So like if you go below and place it first there, that's the order, and if you place over here, that's the first one. So yeah, I can just place it here, drag it up here, then take the second one, drag it down here, and then just pull the belt in. Look at that. And then you also have the pipe holes, which works the same way. You just drag the pipe through, maybe with the better. This is what my back looks like. Anyway, so yeah, just drag them through, pull the pipe in like that, and yeah, Bob's your uncle. Pretty much the same kind of functionality as like when you put like pipe holes through walls, essentially. While we're on the topic of conveyor lifts, by the way, one kind of annoying thing with the game is whenever you're placing conveyor lifts freely on the map, they would always sort of start with like the input and output being in a separate way. So when you're placing them freely like this, the bottom layer will always be like the input and the top layer would always be like the output. So one thing we've added is that you can now sort of switch the build modes for the conveyor lift. So if you hold R, you get this radial wheel that you get with the zoom mode and stuff like that. You can now pick reverse, and that will reverse the order of operations that you see here. And you can also just press R and that will flip it. So if you have situations like here where you know that you like, it's easier to drag it from the bottom up rather than the other way around. For instance, if you know that like you want it to go in a certain direction, you can like drag it out. You can come up over here and then you realize like this is in the wrong direction. Just press R, flip it, and there you go. Making it a lot easier to place conveyor lifts, IMO. You probably didn't miss this in the patch notes video, right? So we've added doors to the game. We've added two types of doors. We have the gates that we have here, and we have the smaller doors that we have here. Yeah, when you approach them, they will automatically open, and let's never talk about that again. So yeah, the doors work in they have like 3 modes, They can be automatic, so when you approach them, they open like that. You can also manually set them to like be always closed, so they will always be closed, and then you can also set them to always be open. And this mode is essentially, you know, the same way as before when you just had the open doorway walls that we had before. What we've done too is that we've sort of taken, we had like 2 buildables to be like left, right door opening. We've made them into 1 door opening now. And instead, when you're placing them, you're rotating the wall. One bit of an issue with that is that if you place these doorways beforehand, you may have like a situation where some of the doors are like flipped. And that might be because of some of the rotation data that we might not have enough rotation data to know what your intention were when you placed that first wall. Maybe we'll find a fix for this before we launch for early access. I'm not quite sure at this point. We will see. But this is a known issue to us at least, so just so you guys know that. But it might be worst case that you need to replace some of these wallways where if it's not facing the right direction, right? One thing that you hopefully also didn't miss is that we've added a lot more emotes to the game. So you can emote a lot more. There used to be just 2, and now there's a bunch more. So you have like the heart shape, and now you have like the wave. You can point and stuff. You can play rock, paper, scissors if you're playing multiplayer. So maybe you'll settle a lot of dispute or something using that. I don't know. But we're super stoked to get that in. It's a really nice little detail. We've also added a bunch more personal storage boxes. So we still have the regular one. We now also have the medical storage box, and we also have the hazard storage box. Pretty neat. So this next thing that I want to talk about is kind of announcement, I guess. Some people have noticed this. Some people have caught on that there's a new sheriff in town. There's a blue slug that has shown up on Massage. We're super excited to announce that we are adding blue slugs to the game, okay? The blue slugs work exactly the same way as the green slugs. The conversion rate there is still 1 blue slug to 1 power shard. Whatever happens in that like middle thing when it's converting them, we don't talk about that. But yeah, so super stoked about that. In additional news, we're also removing the green slugs. So they're gone out of the game now. What I'm trying to say here is we've replaced the green slugs with blue slugs. Okay. The reason for this is because we felt that the green slugs were kind of hard to like see when you're out in the nature, on the planet and running around. And another big reason for that is also because of people with color blindness. It was really hard to see them. So we changed the color for them, and hopefully it's better for everyone. So the next thing I want to talk about is music. So we've added more music to the game, and there are 8 new tracks to the game. Finally read that right. So we've added 8 new music tracks to the game. There are 5 intermission tracks, and there are 3 full-length tracks. And that's kind of one of the reasons why we haven't put out this soundtrack yet, is because we're still working on music. We're going to add more music, I believe. So that's one of the reasons why there's not an OST out yet. We are going to put one out. We don't know when exactly, but yeah, that's one of the reasons why we've been delaying that a bit. And speaking of music, speaking of sound in general, actually, one thing that a lot of people asked about is more options when it comes to mixing. You know, when you're mixing audio, it's kind of hard to like find one mixing level that works for everyone. You know, people are kind of personal in the way that they want to fiddle with this stuff. So we just added a bunch more options for this in the settings menu. So yeah, now you can set most of the volumes from like the factory stuff. You can set the volume for like the chainsaw, which is one highly requested thing. You can set the volume for the color gun. Color gun is gone, bro. Set that to 0. It's over, man. Stop living in the past. We got the customizer now, okay? And while we're talking about UI, we've also made some changes to the UI, specifically the HUD. The eagle-eyed viewer may have noticed that we kind of leaked the HUD a little bit before we released Update 5 and before we showed off the customizer, because we kind of changed some of the default button mappings in the HUD. And the main reason for that is because we wanted the customizer to be easily accessible, and I mean, that's the main reason, actually. So yeah, we felt that X is the best button by default to use for the customizer, so that you can quickly just swap between the customizer and the regular build mode. And yeah, you can even do this for some reason. And because of that, we had to move like the map button. So the map button is now back to M. If you remember, we started off at M. Now we're here again. And the codex has moved to O. So O for open the codex. All right, moving on. So I'm super excited about this next one. So Mass Dismantle, right? Really good feature. Something that I worked on personally. What we've done is something that I always wanted to do to fix up this Mass Dismantle thing, but I couldn't because I became a community manager and I just didn't have time to program anymore. And I felt bad that I didn't finish the Mass Dismantle. So what we've done now is when you're in Mass Dismantle mode, and the mode still works the same way as before. So hold control when you're dismantling, that will give you the Mass Dismantle option. Now we've added, so if you hover over something that you've highlighted for Mass Dismantle and you press control again, you will sort of switch mode and you will deselect things. So now as I'm still holding control, I can deselect whatever that I don't want to be Mass Dismantled, and then there you go. So huge improvements in Mass Dismantle. I feel super happy that I can finally put it to rest. We finally have this Mass Dismantle in a state that I always wanted to leave it in. So, journey's over, man. All right, those are some neat things that I just want to quickly show off here. Hopefully you're having fun with Update 5. It's out now in experimental. Yeah, that's everything from me. Snoot out. Back to you, Jace.
Thanks, Snoot. Helps a lot. Okay, yeah, so that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed the video, if you liked the little showcase or the information, do consider giving us a like and do consider subscribing to the channel as well. We try to put out, Satisfactory related content. Try to do it every week. We've been doing it every week for a while now, and we'll try to keep that up. Okay, so thank you very much for watching the video today. Hope you're having a lovely day, and I hope you have a lovely weekend. Catch you later, everybody. Bye.